What's going on, Seawolves Nation? We're here with Coach Joe Spallina as the top 5 Stony Brook Seawolves gear up for the start of the season. Coach, great to see you. We got a scrimmage coming up against UVA this weekend. Getting close to the start of the real thing here.
Yeah, great to see you, Sam. It's an exciting time, right? We're in week 3 now, so our team's ready to play against a different color. Preseason's been awesome. The energy, the athleticism, our skill work, the competition at every position has really created an element we haven't had here before. So, the excitement to play against a different team this weekend, and then obviously be playing a team, a high-caliber team like Virginia. Obviously, the energy's been high this week.
You mentioned the competition. This is a deep group for you, isn't it?
Oh, yeah, it's great. I mean, when you look at position by position, we've never had the embarrassment of riches that we have right now. Midfield-wise, we go at least 12 deep of high-level players. So, when you look at that, and really the competition at every position, it makes you a better team. When you're competing for playing time every day and there's no complacency, it just kind of raises the bar every single day. So you can't have any off days for the players, otherwise they get passed in the depth chart. So, all those things are starting to really play into, come into form, and we're seeing the benefit of our players now where they're really starting to accept the challenges of a day-to-day practice and being able to bring their lunch pail day in and day out. And we always talk about, like, the level of practice. Like, if you're practicing at 100 miles an hour every day, that you don't know another way. So I think that's something where you're going to get the best version of yourself, especially when you're starting to go into, what is a grueling start of our season, our schedule, a huge part of our schedule. When you look at playing 3 other top 10 teams, a great scrimmage against Virginia, rolling in against games with Hopkins and some of those other teams. So we got to be ready right out of the gates.
You graduated an outstanding senior class this past spring that went to another Final 8. Who are some of the names to look out for this year who are stepping up in those types of leadership roles?
It's going to be, I think, a little bit more by committee, but you look at a kid like Kaylin Hart, who's been really starting to emerge, Ellie Macera, Jaden Hample. Raina Sabella has gone from good to great. Like, her game is just elevated to a different level. Charlotte Verhoeven. So, Kira Estelle, I could go on and on and on, but I've been super impressed with our depth and what those kids are doing there. And, again, we talk about the success of our program is always about playing really good defense, lockdown defense, getting really good goaltending. The goalie battle's been off the charts, 3 great goalies. Claire Levy's going to anchor that defensive group. It's great to have Haley Dillon back from her injury. So she's back and she's flying around. So, it's interesting, especially with all these battles for playing time as we go into an exciting time this weekend.
Always the goal, a national championship here at Stony Brook. What does this team have that could make good on that this season?
I think the depth, when you look at where you got to go and being able to finish some of these games at the end and not asking so much from 8 to 10 players and now having the ability to go deeper, into maybe 15 players that could all contribute offensively in the midfield. You got to have the ability, the speed between the 30s, and the things that make you successful and a really good team, come May. So, those are the type of things that we're looking at from our team. And, you go into this weekend, and we're excited. We're going to go into this weekend, and we're going to play our starters a bit and our top group a bit, but we're going to play every player on our roster. We want to really assess what we have, in a situation against a top quality opponent. So it's exciting. I know I've never been so excited to hop on a bus for a 6-hour trip, but we're fired up to get down there and compete.
Get some good weather, get some good competition. Coach, we'll catch up afterwards. Good luck.
Great to see you, Sam.